Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Doing live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers. Of course, join the conversation over in our chat room. Make note of a few things. Our promo code, you can save 20% off all pre and pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys. You're welcome to post your picks in the comments below. Be part of the conversation by taking part in our chat if you would. We are a multi-capper site, Tony'sPicks.com. Be sure to check it out. Keep an eye on all the top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You'll see some of our hot cappers here for the year. Ramon, Sam, and Ralph Raymond up here, as well as Collins the last 7 days, and doing fantastic work there. As you can see, Collins, even the past 30 days. Hollywood Sam has been on fire, as Daniel coming in with a good day. Nick as well. Click the links. Get signed up. You'll find our latest pre and picks here center of the page. We will have our best bets for you. Each capper can release a best bet from each sport per day. We're locked and loaded. You can see here Collins, Pravian with some best bet action. Tim as well. Ben, the crew here. Mindy coming in. A lot of best bets here for you here on a Wednesday. $15 pre-pick is promotional. Each capper can designate a play on their card as a $15 pre-pick to introduce their service to new and existing customers who are locked and loaded here on the $15 premium play for you guys. 3 packs offer great value as well, so keep an eye on those. Profit guarantee must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit for site credits. That is profit guarantee, so multi-packs galore here on the site. And if you prefer, you may purchase the plays a la carte from our pick ticker with team versus team information. Lot of late steam you see there in the green. Late steam means we allow our cappers to post picks late in the betting cycle. They can post plays between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, and those are tracked and documented and listed on the site in green here as late steam. So these are late plays available for sale a la carte, or if you're a long-term subscriber, you may use those picks. Those picks are available to you as a long-term subscriber, and those are emailed directly to your inbox to make sure you get them in a timely fashion. All members' plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but the late steam is the exception. The late steam is emailed directly to your inbox using the email that you signed in as you make the purchase, as you became a member of the site. So late steam, a feature you see nowhere else but here at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get underway here with our show for today. With us today, we have Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's go underway with game day picks. We'll go ahead and welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll catch her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Catch her on the morning steam of the show here that airs Wednesday through Monday here, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Ready to roll here with Mindy. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Today we've got game baseball we'll look at today as your Angels on the road here face the Yankees. With the Yankees here favored about $1.24. Total sits at 9.
Yeah, so the Angels got the win yesterday, 5-2. So I was pretty happy about that here. Angels have Canning on the mound. He has a 3.60 ERA. In 5 innings with no walks, which I also like, and 4 Ks. The Yankees have a .245 batting average versus right-handed pitchers. But I like how Canning, he tends to be able to, pitch where he needs to, when he wants to. He has a 75% of his pitches are strikes. And I do think that that's important to keep folks off the base paths here. The Yankees, they have, Brito on the mound here. He has a 6.75 ERA. He looked actually pretty good in his other outing, minus that, that last one there that he kind of struggled in, I would say. Gave up quite a few runs in those early innings. And I think it's one of those that if he gets into trouble now, you may go ahead and see, the bullpen coming a lot sooner here now. But yeah, the Angels, they actually don't hit right-handers very well. They're actually more of a lefty-dominant, lineup here. They hit .225 versus right-handers. The Yankees also have a bullpen with a 2.17 ERA here. The Angels bullpen, they haven't been bad as of late here, right? They threw scoreless innings yesterday. And they actually give up less homers than this Yankees bullpen does. I think this one's going to be I think it's going to come down to a pitching matchup here today. It might surprise some, perhaps, that I say that, just because of these higher ERAs, some, fresh, newer faces here. But I'm going to go ahead and take the under 9 here in this one, Tony.
All right, Mindy had going under 9 here in this one here between the Angels and the Athletics, under total of 9 runs. Mindy, this Angel team got to get going here with the bats here against left-handed pitching, but they're facing right-handed pitching here in this one. But they're facing the starter today just came up, I think some injuries there in the lineup there for actually in the pitching rotation here for the Yankees. And that's why we saw the call up here from this youngster. And of course, he had that really struggle against the Twins, got up 7 runs there right in that first inning, but was pretty good. Was pretty good prior. The first 2 starts, but then really got stuck there in that one bad inning there against the Twins.
Right. That's what I said. I don't think they're going to let him go for too long like they did last time if he starts to totally implode. So he's been, a guy that's been able to get through to quality starts there. He's gone up, through the 5 to 7 innings here. I think he's going to be okay today. That's just kind of how I see it. And again, the Angels might struggle a little bit here, at the plate. But I just kind of take a look at, too, where they've been trending, right? I mean, Angels are 4-5 to the under. The Yankees are a way under team here this season so far. They're 3-7 to that under. And then also it's 4-1 the last 5 in New York City there, and 5-1 to the under in the last 6 meetings here overall. It's one of those that I think the Angels bullpen, to me, they are, looking, I think, better than what they had been. So I do like the under here today.
All right, Mindy, here on Angels Yankees, under total of 9 runs. This one have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySpicks.com for this afternoon, evening action. Of course, showing good profit here for 2023. So tonight on the board, we got 4 on the ice from the NHL playoffs, 3 from the NBA playoffs. Still a handful, some a lot of action here for Major League Baseball. Some day games starting here, top of the hour as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, well, my best picks here, they were on the morning Steam show, so you can go ahead and check those out this morning. Ramon and I came up with a couple. They are on there. You can always purchase those as a la carte. So today I'm going to be mostly in Major League Baseball today. Pretty heavy here on this morning card. I had a 3-pack that I already had put out. And then I'm coming back with another 3-pack here again. So you can go ahead and check that out as long with a guaranteed best bet for the evening. So always have a little bit of something that you can enjoy nightly. And then if you don't want to go ahead and purchase these a la carte here today, you can do something to get the bigger bang for your buck here. If we take a look at something a little bit longer term, like a 7-day, 30-day pass, yearly pass, again, those are going to get your per unit plays down, so you can put more money back into your pockets. And be sure to use the promo code TonyT at checkout to even save 20% more. There it is, right there on the screen.
There you go. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off and access to your packages right there from Mindy there. As you can see, Mindy in action today with the 3-pack from baseball. Also, best bet of the day. So plenty of time to get signed up there. And as Mindy was mentioning, the long-term passes will serve you well. She does have, you can try her for a 7-day pass. Get all of Mindy's pre-and-plays for 7 days. That includes all that NBA action, NHL action. We're still in the first round of these playoffs, so there's a lot of action here right now. That 7-day pass will be really good, as well as her baseball here for 7 days. Promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Mindy, you control the keystrokes there. Mindy there, find out all of Mindy's offers, also some more content there, as well as the morning Steam as you begin the new week on the Steam. And of course, they can find more content as well on the Discord.
That's right. It's really me. And you can find play in the National Hockey League today from me. So don't miss out on that. Make sure you get to at Tony's Picks Mindy. And, go ahead and make sure you hit the notifications on that so you never miss a play when it comes out. And yes, you can find us every morning, like I talked about, on the Morning Steam. It's our live talk show, me, Ramon, and the Morning Steam team chat room, where we go over all of the pro games for the day. We give our insight and analysis, and so does our very savvy chat room. And then once we find consensus, those are our plays that we're going to make, that we consider them more as premium picks now. Ones that we're going to go ahead and put for sale for folks that are not members of the show. So you guys are in a pretty exclusive club when you come and watch the morning Steam. So make sure you get there 8 a.m. Central every Wednesday through Monday. So make sure you catch us. And then also you can find us in the Discord as well. You'll find All of our morning steam chat, again, Tony has said before that this invite is only those to watch our live shows, this show and morning steam. So again, you're in another exclusive club. Make sure you get into the Discord. It's totally free. It's easy, and you get things like parlays, or you get same game parlays, player props, things like that. So it's a lot of good information. Also, you can gain more consensus. You can get some scotch locks. A pretty cool place to be. So make sure you get into the Discord as well. And Tony has posted this right on the site, or right on our YouTube channel here today. So make sure you get in and get in there right away.
That's right, guys. You'll find the Discord there in the chat room. So click the link and get signed up over there. And, of course, follow Mindy over at Tony's Picks Mindy for more content from Mindy there, if you would. All right, Mindy, it's always great having you show. I know we heard you on the show this morning say you don't really like stout beer, but do you like Levi's?
Oh, I do.
You do like Levi's. Okay, well, poor Levi's stout. I don't know. I don't think Ramon asked that question. I think we got stuck on the stout beer, and he never asked you if you like Levi's, because we had Levi's stout making his debut today, and he got absolutely pounded, giving up 7 runs.
Right. I mean, it was not a good outing. I mean, it was one of those that, I don't know what to say about that. It was like before he could even get the game on, there was already a 6-0 lead there, but. Don't mind, morning steam. We have the Rays on the run line, so we're kind of happy.
That was a winner there, Rasmussen. 5 innings, no runs, 3 hits. Typical Rays performance. Just pitch half the game and then let the bullpen take care of it. But there's a rule. Actually, I read today. I'll ask you this. The Major League Baseball is experimenting with the Atlantic League and the International League, I guess. Is that what they call it? There's 2 other minor league teams that they're not really affiliated with ball clubs. They're kind of independent type of leagues. And the one thing that caught my mind is if your starting pitcher doesn't go 5 innings, you lose your DH. The pitchers have to hit the rest of the game.
What?
Yeah.
No, I hate that.
You hate that one. You hate that one? Okay. Mindy hates that rule.
I think pitchers are only there to pitch, and that is it. That's it.
There you go.
From my experience.
From your experience.
Yes. You have to deal with, the re-entry and all that. So I was really happy when they got rid of all of that kind of stuff, too.
Well,
that
that's also...
You don't have to waste any, 3 batters out there.
Yeah. Well, there's other stuff in a designated pinch runner, where you have a person who's a pinch runner. All they do is you get a guy on base like Rowdy. My cousin gets on base. You don't want him running. No, we're just joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure,
If he gets on,
it
could have been. I don't even. I could go back and look. I do have. I do have family history because he's from Central California. But we did find a relative from a child we didn't know about out there. So who knows? Who knows? One of my cousins got nosy, did one of those little history things, and found out that maybe a great aunt or uncle had an affair we didn't know about.
Right.
and we had I tried some children over there. So anyway, yes, right. The pinch runner they're talking about. So we're gonna have a designated pinch runner. This is experimental with the Atlantic League. Pinch runner and of course entry rules where you can come in and out of the games.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, to me, it's one of those things. I think sometimes, it's like anything. Injuries can happen. It could be something that you just need a little bit more time. I think you should be able to come back in. If not, or also you take someone out in the early innings. You put in the pinch hitter, and then they're terrible. So maybe you're gonna take your first guy back in and say, "All right, you're the starter. Show me what you got."
There you go. We might have an opener. We may see. I wouldn't be surprised. The opener is also the closer.
Oh, okay. Well,
that would be interesting.
I never thought about that. I was thinking about more, on the offensive side, but I never thought about that on the defensive side.
We'd have to see. Yeah, we'd have to see some of because that would really delay the game, bringing guys in and having to warm up. That'd be a little too much there. Right. But anyway,
we don't want to do that.
No, we don't. We like the 2 hours and 30-minute games, so that's pretty cool.
Exactly.
All right, Mindy.
Interesting.
All right, Mindy. As always, dogs are.
Delivery.
You got a delivery. You better get your delivery before the dogs get it. All right,
probably for the dogs.
Or the dogs. Oh, there it is. The Chewies here, so they want their Chewies. All right, Mindy. Have yourself a great afternoon. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. We want you guys to be live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers from the plays we give you to you here on the morning steam, if you would. All right, let's kind of give you some updates here. We're talking scores. Why not, huh? All right, Rays and Reds. We know the Rays are 8-0. Our man Levi Stout was absolutely pounded for 7 runs today in his debut. Also in action, Giants, Marlins tied it up here 1-1. I know Cobbs gave up some runs here in the 5th, but we're in the top of the 7th, 1-1 Giants and Marlins. Guardians and the Tigers. Guardians pushed one across, now up 3-2 on Detroit. Diamondbacks getting pounded here. Cardinals 10-4. Madison Bumgarner. I don't see his numbers, but you got to wonder he probably gave up at least half of those, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I have to look at. I haven't looked at his numbers, but it wasn't surprising to see the Cardinals 10-4 so far in this one, bottom 6th. Rangers and Royals. Rangers again 5-1. How the heck? This was actually my best bet of the day today. How the heck were the Rangers minus plus 101 with Martin Perez? I mean, I know it's just again. I couldn't understand that line there. It was a little tricky there, but we're not done with this one. Still a lot to go here. Top of the 5th, but the Rangers bullpen has been pitching really well. Rangers up 5-1. And the Phillies up 4-2 on the White Sox, top of the 4th. And we got Mets and Dodgers. Hey, Syndergaard got through the first inning. Wow. Congratulations. I'm worried about this guy. No score here, Mets and Dodgers. We do have the Pirates and the Rockies here. Already 2 across here for this Pirates team. Who was pitching today? Oh God! I'm looking at tomorrow's games too. I think who was it? It wasn't Feltner. I know they're already talking to the starter here for the Colorado Rockies. He's off. He's getting rocked already. It's now 3-0. They just pushed another one. 3-0 here. The Pirates up on this Rockies team. Austin Gomber, of course, it's Austin Gomber. I think Ramon and Mindy were bashing him in the morning as well. So Pirates up 3-0. And Cubs Athletics to start here, bottom of the hour here, actually with this afternoon here. So there's your scoreboard update here. Let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ron Scott. You'll catch him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Top of the leaderboard here. I don't know if anybody's having a better year than Ramon. I haven't seen anyone. Ramon, what's happening?
Tony, I don't know, 6 or 7. My first World Series was basically 5 or 6 years old, the A's and the Dodgers. I barely knew what baseball was. But Herb Washington was the designated runner. I remember because I'm like, I knew a little bit. I mean, just a kid, barely understood the game. But I mean, I put my little books out on the living room floor and pretend I was stealing bases like Herb Washington. Tony, Herb Washington was the designated runner for the Oakland Athletics in 1974. He had a career 105 games, 0 at-bats, and 31 stolen bases. So is that what you want? You're on fire today, Tony. You're cracking me up. But a lot of people don't remember that. Herb Washington was the designated runner, never stepped up to the plate and scored 33 runs. But he was picked off in a key moment against the Dodgers. I remember it because, I mean, this guy was my favorite player. I didn't know what was going on. And he was picked off at a key moment. Everybody, the A's were kind of saying, let's not have this guy. I didn't know at the time. I'm just reciting the story now how it goes. But it was Sal Bando. He didn't want him on the team because the guy didn't know really much about the game of baseball. He was a track star who failed to make it to the Olympics. It looked like he was going to be world-class track star and had some setbacks, and eventually was the designated runner for the Oakland A's. They brought him in every time, and then he did that key runners, and he steals second like clockwork. I mean, he was world-class speed, and never took an at-bat, but scored 33 runs in the major leagues.
Wow, indeed. All right, Ramon, here we go at NHL Stanley Cup playoffs here. Islanders and Hurricanes here. We see the big line here with the Hurricanes, total of 5.
Well, yeah, of course, Tony. The Hurricanes, I don't know, pretty close to elite with all these playoff teams moving forward. They won the first game against the Islanders, just 2-1. Pretty exciting game. We know the Islanders, have a world-class goaltender in Sorokin. There's no doubt about that. Their defense actually isn't that great. well, it's okay. But I mean, Sorokin makes them that much better. But in general, if you watch their style of play, they kind of rely on Sorokin and their goaltending a lot to kind of keep things at bay for their, well, let's just call it subpar offense, mediocre scoring ability. So they were able to get one across against Ranta. Antti Ranta in game one, he made 20. Ranta made 25 saves. He's in there. Anderson got a lot of the playing time in goal during the regular season. Ranta just 19-3. Let me say it more appropriately. Ranta 19-3-3 this season. Only 3 times have they failed to congratulate him as the as a winning goaltender basically this season with a 2.23 goals against, career goals against for Ranta 2.38. He's not the same goalie that Sorokin is, really. Sorokin is the world-class goaltender. Ranta's very, very, very good, but he's not in the Sorokin category. But still, Carolina plays elite professional hockey defense. They're second in the league in goals against this season. Islanders no slouch. I mean, they're like fifth or sixth in goals against this season with a 2.65 goals allowed. But Ranta, 2.23, I mentioned this year, 2.38 goals against average in the playoffs for Ranta. So I'm going to look, of course, in the playoffs. I mean, if it goes over yesterday, Tony, I bit the bullet. Had a bunch of unders, of course, and there were some over results, but I'm not going to change my philosophy here. Even if I did go crazy in baseball and start playing a bunch of overs lately, when the chips are down in the postseason, I'm going to end up on a lot of unders, especially if I can get some good value. Look at the price on this one, Tony. 5 under 19. Now, we know in hockey, you can do some things with some of the books. Hopefully you're in a book that just doesn't offer one line like that. I know it's a tough pill to swallow at 5 goals. I mean, it was clearly an under in the last game at 2-1, of course, but in the playoff, you only get one chance, right? And you hate to be there if it sneaks over to a 6. And, if you have a great situation like it was the other night when it was 2-1, you feel like, man, boy, I was totally on the right side of that one. Remember, the total was very, very similar in game 1 of this series. So, that's what bookmakers are expecting. What I like to do, it is a playoff game, and if you're playing a pretty sizable amount, a nickel or whatever, why, put it against yourself to just sit there with that 5 and have to sweat it out? If you have a book, Tony, this is in hockey. Regular season might be a little different, especially with more of the empty netter style and those crazy overtimes, the way it works there. But in the playoffs, I'll take that big chunk bet. And in a game like this, Tony, especially 2-1 yesterday, yeah, go ahead and maybe put the best percentage of money on maybe like a 5 under, maybe 5 under 45, just to be safe. And then kind of sprinkle around that a little bit. Maybe take 50% of your stake, put it right there on under 5.5 minus $1.40, $1.45, even $1.50. Take another, maybe 10, 15, 20%. You put it on under 5 at plus 120. Do the same thing. Increase it a little bit. Maybe take 30%, put it 6 under 20, and then take that last 10%. Or whatever, and put it under 4.5 plus 185. This way you get a little bit of action all the way through. You're sweating out those goals. Look, this game might be 1-0. Probably won't be. Maybe it'll be 2-1 again. Maybe it'll be 3-2. But it just keeps a way to get maybe a little bit of return back should it go awry. You can get 6 might be a little tough to swallow at minus 200. If you do that, maybe you reverse it a little bit, put the chunk on, the 50% on under 6, and then go, downward from there when you work to 5.5, 5, and 4.5, and just spread your unit size there. But for show purposes, we're going to go under 5 at a great price tonight at plus $1.15, maybe even $1.20 at some of the shops. The steam's come in on this one, Tony. On the there was actually some buyback to the over. maybe the Sharps, they just play the numbers anyways, but are they looking at what I'm seeing with these two teams, Tony and Carolina? Still no Svechnikov. That does affect them offensively, no doubt about it. So I'm just going to look for a repeat performance. I mean, yeah, maybe we've seen some unpredictable results a little bit so far in the first two nights. I don't think this one was unpredictable, Tony. I thought this one was the game that kind of went right according to form when you're talking about Carolina and the Islanders in game one. I don't know. Maybe it was a snooze fest for you. I loved the game personally in game one. And Mindy and I already came in on the Hurricanes to win this one. I give the Islanders certainly a chance in a game like this to stay in there, but I also thought there was a little bit of value. I mean, the game did open as high as $1.80, $1.75, and currently sitting in what you got here, $1.70 or so. It's at most places. So we took the Islanders on the show. I think this is a game where the Islanders might have a better chance in game one, even though it was 2-1. They might have a little bit more live chance here, but again, just because of the nature of the game, and we know that puck can sneak in there certainly. But last 10 games for the Islanders against the Carolina Hurricanes, they've averaged just 2 goals, and that's over a couple of seasons now. So I'm going to go under again, Tony, with the Carolina Hurricanes and the Islanders. If you want to know if I've got under in all the games, you'll have to wait and see, maybe pick up my package later. But to start us off on the first game of the night here on the show, we're going to go under again. Carolina and the Islanders, maybe a repeat performance of that 2-1 game in the opener on Monday night. Carolina's won 4 of the last 5. They've 4 of the 5 games this season between the two teams, Tony.
All right, Ramon here on the Islanders and Hurricanes going under a total of 5 goals. Yeah, really, we're seeing these lines really. I mean, these totals at 5 here with these teams. You said Carolina, defensive style team, real tight checking. If you look at the Islanders here, their performance defensively, giving up 2 goals or fewer in what 9 of their past 10.
Yeah, they've been stout as well. And again, I mean, Ranta, you see those numbers, 19-3-3. He's been the more solid goalie for Carolina, but the Islanders have Sorokin, and I think if you look at the chain of elite goaltenders, you won't find Ranta up there with the likes of Igor and Shesterkin and those. I was getting those guys confused, those Russian goalies, getting them confused. But again, I don't think you'll find Ranta in that group of the top 5 or 6 goalies, but his numbers sure indicate that that's the case. And with Sorokin, I mean, you're not going to see a guy like this end up getting pulled in any way or something like that. I mean, like I said, I think the Islanders sometimes rely a little bit too much on him. I don't think they're lazy on defense. I just don't think they have the put their money necessarily into defense, and Sorokin does so much of the work. Look, last game, he made 35 saves. It was Ranta who made 25 saves in the game. Sure, Carolina was at home. You're going to expect more shots, certainly. But, I don't know if, Carolina, they don't put up a ton of goals, certainly, and that's why their reputation is what it is. And even though we did see some of the teams maybe with maybe a little more offensive spark be able to do some things in their opening game, I don't think Carolina has that flashiness to make it a wild game here. So, another good play might be under in the first period in this one. I would think this is going to start out very, very stiff.
All right, Ramon here on Islanders Hurricanes under total here. 5 goals in this one. All right. Before we get to let you guys know who Ramon has over at Tony's Picks, I just want to make note here that I do have a play beginning here in about 10 minutes. So let me go ahead and post the pickups so you guys know what's going on here on this game. Let me put it up here right now. Actually, let's go to this graphic right now here. I think we've got. I'm going to be on this Cubs and Athletics game. You see the numbers here. Cubs big favorites in this one. And we did note the pitching change here, but I'm still going to go with it here on this pick. I like the run line here on the Cubs against the Athletics. I know maybe Dustin Steele has been on top form this year. We saw what he did to the Dodgers. I'm not a big fan of the bullpen here for the Athletics, even their lineup. But I know a lot of talk about Mason Miller. Remember, he pitches in Las Vegas, so the people in AAA. So the people in Vegas will overhype this kid. He had a 5-inning start, struck out 11. People losing their minds over it. But if you look at his minor league numbers, gave up 2 home runs in a 3 2/3 innings against Midland, his AA appearance. He had an appearance, 2 starts in Vegas last year, 3 earned runs in 5 innings. He comes in as he was a 3rd-round pick in 2021. It's a really fast track to the majors. He's on a soft cap, about 80 pitches. Again, I'm okay with the run line here on with the Cubs against Athletics. This one to start in about 10 minutes or so. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Let's get back to Ramon, and we'll let everybody know what Ramon's having over at TonySpeaks.com. Of course, Ramon has been on absolute fire. Bring up the records here at 5,629 units of profit for 2023. That is all documented over at TonySpeaks.com. All right, Ramon, a lot of Major League Baseball here in the afternoon, some prime time as well. 3 NBA in prime time, 4 NHL playoffs in prime time. What do you have going over at Tony Speaks?
Yeah, Tony, tonight on the website, I've got a 3-pack of winners for you in the NBA. I'm going to get down to business tonight with the NBA playoffs with a 3-pack for $30. Check it out at TonySpeaks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including this one. You can save some money there, but why not pick up a premium pass as well. I already came home today with a couple of winners in tennis, including an underdog. Maybe I choked on the show. I was a little on tilt, staying up, handicapping late, Tony. I want to get winners for my subscribers. I think we're paying off too in baseball with this morning card. Don't want to jinx it, but I think everyone who's my subscribers feeling pretty good right now, the way things are going and have gone so far in the games today. Maybe not a sweep, but looks like we'll be able to add to that, get that number back up there to 6 dimes, and pick up a card tonight in the NBA. I will be pretty heavy tonight, I think, in action, but for sure locked in already a 3-pack in the NBA playoffs tonight. Check it out over at TonySpeaks.com. Profit guaranteed. Get your credits back to your account at Tony Speaks if I don't come through with at least a 2-1 effort tonight with that package, but I have a feeling we're going to be crushing again here as the playoffs get rolling. I know these playoff games, so trust me tonight, and I'll get you home. And why not pick up these packages 3-day and 7-day? Look at the numbers. Take a look at the handicapper profiles. You go to the All Cappers tab, find my name, and click on it, and you can look at all of my records in the different sports. You can see the games that I was on recently. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see all the results, the wins, the losses too, but you can figure it out. I mean, you can see we don't make these numbers up. All of our plays are third-party documented. That's why I wanted to join Tony's Picks when he asked for cappers. He's got the, third-party grading, so people aren't just making it up on Twitter, changing it, deleting it, green check marks, whatever. Once we put the plays in, hey, Tony got to be out. Even if there's a key injury to some of these guys and they miss the game, we're pretty much locked in with those plays. You can use your own judgment certainly on some situations, and you don't have to stick always to the vest, but just play these games, add them to your arsenal. And I know that players are out there playing more games, even though I'm high volume. People want to play more games, and that's fine. I'm going to just keep you out of the game with winners over at Tony's Picks. I'll also be involved. Mindy and I already agreed on 2 games in the NHL. I do expect possibly to have 1 or 2 more, but I talked about on the show with Mindy, I was saying, hey, this is already probably a premium for me, but with only so many options, and Mindy, when she comes in with some of her plays, it's just too good to pass up. And I've got to team up with her, and then the chat teams up with us, and we feel like we've got a premium consensus play. So also probably take a look at the few night games in the major leagues. Most of my plays were in the day card, certainly. We rolled a 5-pack this morning, and that 5-pack is probably I feel like it's on track to certainly cash today, unless they turn the games around here and totally flip-flop on these, but go over to Tony'sPicks.com, pick up that 3-pack tonight in the NBA. That's my featured package. Probably end up maybe packaging some baseball and hockey together if I can get a 3-pack out of it. That's why you want to make sure you have the monthly, so you don't have to buy it a la carte if you want to add a winner from me. Over there, we sell all of our picks individually here at Tony's Picks through our pick ticker. I noticed last night that happened in some of my tennis selections. So people didn't get on the package necessarily, just picked up a match or two. So we did score last night. I said with those tennis winners, I almost wanted to get involved with this Champions League card again as well. But after Napoli let me down yesterday against Milan, a team that, usually they do not have the upper hand against, and Napoli came in with all the momentum. Just backed off again, Tony. I'll be back in soccer, though. That's the best. Champions League, that's where it's at for me. I'm going to stick to mostly top-tier leagues here. So pick up this 3-pack tonight, Tony'sPicks.com, but don't forget those picks there. You see those monthly, the 3-day, the 7-day, the 30-day. Get you started. Try the 3-day out if you don't believe it, and just get rolling. I mean, obviously in sports handicapping with a paid cap or a tout, if you will, you're going to need long-term to really see the results, and you can see the results there at Tony'sPicks.com. We've been here now, Tony, 16 months or so with the website, maybe just a little bit longer. All my games are on the website. 16 months worth of results. Great profit in many, many sports last year. Nobody had a list like I did of nearly, I want to say, 10 sports. We finished in the profit. And this year, obviously, with those industry-leading numbers, which, quite frankly, have been the same for about 7 to 10 days, Tony. So let's bump it up tonight. Let's get it going. Tony'sPicks.com. Pick up my 3-pack tonight. We'll get rolling with that one. We might even be at 6 times by the time this baseball card's over. So we better win tonight with our playoff games. The postseason where it's at. That's how we're supposed to be making the money, because there's more information, less inconsistency in the personnel performing. A lot of times the playoffs, they maybe do go to form. There are certainly upsets. We've seen that already. But everybody knows that I'm kind of a totals player, wink, 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 that maybe it's a little easier sometimes. People say, they don't like totals. I'm maybe a totals expert. To me, Tony, the pace of a game is more easier to dictate, right, than the side, because we think of the spread and how it's kind of a 50-50 proposition. Yeah, maybe the total is too, but a lot of times the luck involved determines the winning team in a game, and that's, in my opinion, less likely to happen on a total where the luck is more involved. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a 220 and it ends up on 190, like like the Timberwolves and Nuggets did in Game 1. But again, that's determinable. I mean, we were on the under that game. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Pick up these packages tonight from me, from Mindy, from Tony, or any of our cappers. Check out those handicapper leaderboards. You mentioned, Tony, some of our cappers have been pretty hot of late. Just as hot as me, percentage-wise. I just deal in a lot of volume if you want to be in action from start to finish and have a big, solid, long ticket that you can do some things with. Use my picks over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. You got it over with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. Show you the records again. 5,629 units of profit for 2023. That is all documented. So you visit Ramon's handicap page over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can verify those numbers. So get on board here with Ramon. As Ramon mentioned today, plays up there tonight. NBA 3-pack up there free. So go ahead and get signed up with that. Of course, as he mentioned, profit guarantee must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credited back to your account for side credits. That is profit guaranteed. Now, you can also go long-term. You want to try out Ramon. There was a 3-day pass up there, so you want to get the 3-day pass, you can go for it. Get all of Ramon's premium plays for 3 days. That's all his NBA, NHL. Remember, we're in the first round, so there's lots of volume here in these sports. 3 games in the NBA, 4 from hockey. Also, too, all the baseball is covered as well for 3 days. And, of course, don't forget, if Ramon's in action, some of those peripheral sports, there might be some tennis, maybe some soccer. There may also be some, we know if there's a UFC card, there will be a UFC card. on the weekends from Ramon. So the long-term passes are the way to roll. Remember that promo code pick at Tony T at checkout, and you'll be able to save 20% off right there. 20% off when you use that promo code Tony T at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, land there, and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you. Control the keystrokes there. Get from some picks. Find out about Ramon's offerings over at the site when you sign up for Ramon's Twitter account. You log into it over there at Tony's Picks Ramon. Of course, Morning Steam, another show in the books, and of course they can find you on the Discord.
Yeah, Tony, thanks a lot. And I just saw that Cleveland wrapped it up against Detroit 3-2. We're on Detroit on the run line, so there's a winner there. We also had the first game there, Mindy and I mentioned it with the Tampa Bay Rays. So bringing home some winners also around the Cardinals on the run line. They're smashing, certainly. And you mentioned some of those other games. So, yeah, follow me on Twitter at Tony's Picks Ramon. Pick up more winners from me every day here on the website and on Twitter, where I also can bring you more picks. We're building that account up. We're going to start giving out a lot more information over there once we kind of get the followers up. Right now, maybe just a free pick there every day and a link to the site so you can grab the premium picks. But there you see some of the finals coming in. Yeah, and we'll be back with more Morning Steam tomorrow, Tony, with Mindy and I. We had a fun show today. This one back to normal. But again, I make it my goal to show everybody's plays in that chat until it just becomes too much. And right now it's just a nice group here. Yeah, we all want to have a Tony T following, and your subscriber base continues to build, Tony, so we like it. And you can watch the show certainly and pick up our consensus premium picks like that winner today on the Tampa Bay Rays. I gave out the Rangers. Yeah, no long way to go, Tony, but I don't know. I was going to use that one kind of for a premium, but I kind of liked the total a little bit, and we didn't agree, so I went with Rangers, of course, in that game. And you see the score earlier there that Tony flashed up. So join us over there at the Morning Steam tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, and 8 Mindy time tomorrow with more handicapping, more winners. Mindy brings in a lot of stats, and sometimes, Tony, got to be honest. I probably should roll with Mindy a few times when I kind of balk and pivot a little bit. But, she comes in with some great information, and I basically just am trying to guide the show, put the chats up there, and, I've been able to pick up a few winners there with Mindy as well. So we have a good time there talking about the games. And, you gave me free reign when we introduced the show. We said more, morning show, right? So I could talk about stout beer. I could talk about jeans. I could talk about rules and things like that. So we do have a little bit of fun. I try not to go too long, but you know how long-winded I am. But usually nothing, too boring. I just feel like we're doing the right thing. I mean, we usually fill up right away, Tony, with 50 or 60 viewers. By the time we get the games rolling, we're usually up to 75 or 80. And when I look up when the show's over, 90 minutes later, 105 minutes later, whatever it is, and the 80 people are still there. So maybe they're entertained. Maybe they want winners. Maybe they're just using us for winners, Tony. Look at this one. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, tough day at the office there in that one for Mr. Gomber. We were all over that one a little bit today with the Bucks, Tony. We went with the Bucks in that one. So watch us on the Morning Steam. Pick up winners like that one, like Tampa Bay, like Pittsburgh, and we had more. So check us out on the show. You can go back and watch the show, or you could pick up these winners at Tony'sPicks.com. We package up all of our premium consensus plays and resell it over on the website. Sounds kind of like we're pulling a fast one on you, but that's not the case. You can watch the show. You can go back and watch the videos. Our picks are absolutely free on the Morning Steam, but you're busy. You don't have time to go back and move the little red bar. You can go to Tony'sPicks.com and purchase the plays for our standard rate, if you will. Tony, $99. You get a 3 days worth. Say you're just going to be on vacation. You got the kids, you got the spouse, and you don't want to have to, be looking through YouTube videos, but you want to make sure you have some action. So when you go into the restaurant that night and the TV's on and you're trying to entertain your family, but you got to have a little action on the game or two that are on the TVs at the bar or the restaurant, you can get with us and we'll do the work for you. You're on vacation, enjoy yourself. We'll bring you some winners with the morning steam. Thank you, everybody, for the great comments. That's kind of like what it's like on the show, Tony. Everybody with some solid comments, and you look at what they talk about. I mean, we move the show. It sounds like we're grinding it a little bit, but we move the show along pretty quickly. We're just giving the stats for the most part. Yeah, we mix in the frivolous talk like I am now, but really, if you look at what the chat's doing, it's basically pick, and all these picks. And, you can kind of see it reflected of how it is with the line and everything. A close game, we're surely going to have mixed feelings about it with our chat. And I don't know, kind of funny sometimes when Mindy and I are on the same, they kind of rally around us a little bit. Hey, you guys are solid handicappers too. Maybe because Mindy and I have to spend more time on it, maybe gives us a little bit of an upper hand since we're doing it as professional handicappers, and you guys have busy lives, and well, maybe you'll be the ones being pro cappers. Wouldn't we all like that? So thanks, Tony. Appreciate the time, and we'll catch you again tomorrow.
All right, Ramon, it's always great having you show. Be sure to check out Ramon. Tony's Picks Ramon is the Twitter account. Like and subscribe if you would. All right, everyone, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Thank you. We'll see you then.
Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers here, if you would. Of course, join the chat room. Lots of great contributions. Shout out there to Butterscotch, also to Pick Zombies in the chat room today, as well as Blake. And, of course, Lucky Power in there as well. Good afternoon to all of you there in chat room. Always appreciate you guys' contributions. Always make the show enjoyable to break down, of course. So check us out there on the show. And, of course, we got Lucky Power coming to San Diego and Milwaukee. Moneyline parlay for me from Lucky Power. We're getting some games here beginning here, top of the hour. You guys got my pick already. I was on that run line here with Oakland and Chicago. We're still here in that top of the first inning here, bottom of the first inning here with Oakland and Chicago, and you got my plays already. So let's get to the recap here, if we would, and then we'll give you a bit of update on the scores. We've got Mindy here on Angels, Yankees under 9. Of course, Ramon, Islanders, Hurricanes under 5. My game was on the Cubs run line, laid the run and a half, plus 105 against the Oakland Athletics. All right, let's just give you a quick update of the scores. Let you know what's happening in Major League Baseball for today. The Rays, of course, with that win 8-0. Poor Mr. Stout, Levi Stout, got pounded in that one today. Giants, Marlins still tied 1-1. We go to the top of the ninth here with the Giants and Marlins even at 1. Close at minus 104. Guardians get the win here 3-2 against the Tigers. They were the favorite at minus 135. Diamondbacks and Cardinals, been an ugly one here for the Diamondbacks fans. 14-4. Cardinals now lead bottom 7th. Rangers, now it's gotten closer now. 5-3 now. 5-3 Rangers against the Royals. We're in bottom 6 there. Royals making a bit of a comeback there. We were down 5-1 earlier. Phillies and White Sox. It's now Phillies 5-2 over Chicago, bottom 6th. Phillies close favorite at minus 116. Mets and Dodgers, no score here. We go to the middle of third. Syndergaard gets through 3 innings, scoreless. So maybe that fastball is moving for him as we're early in this one. And of course, the game we've been flashing here so much because there's been a lot of scoring here. Gobber finally got out of it. It's 9-0 here after bottom second. We're now into the top of the. We're now into the bottom of the second here. Now it is 9-0 Pittsburgh. Gobber's been in there for all 9 runs. It's been he almost gave up 11 as the guy hit a fly ball deep to the right that was caught for the final out. So 9-0 here. Pirates pounding the Rockies. Rockies at bat here, bottom of the second. And the Cubs Athletics still scoreless here in the bottom of the first. And of course, Marlins and the Mariners and Brewers starting top of the hour, as will the Braves and the Padres. Then we get into the primetime action. All right, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on Game Day Picks. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers here from Tony's Picks, and they'll go with the plays for you for the action for Thursday. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and set those notifications to be live with us. All right, that's going to do it here for our show for today. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again here tomorrow on Game Day Picks.